Hey guys, today we're going on a little food adventure and I'm going to be making some Nordic style wood plank, wood flamed salmon. We bought this waterfront vacant land a few years ago and we're slowly building out the ultimate recreational getaway. I've been recording our progress here and a lot of our projects, so if that's something that interests you, definitely check out some of the other videos on the channel and consider subscribing. Whoops! Today we're just going to spend a lot of time just enjoying the nice weather here, and the only goal today is to make this plank salmon.
We need small pieces of wood first. Let's get some cedar.
This fire pit was one of the first things we built when we got this land. We built it overlooking the water in this nice little rock outcrop. It's a nice view, but it doesn't have a lot of nice seating around it. There is this spot on the other side of the sauna that's nice and flat that I thought would be a great spot to make a fire pit, but there was all these new trees growing there and I really didn't want to cut those down. But one day we came here on the weekend and a beaver had chewed down every single little sapling. So it kind of gave us the freedom to make this fire pit here and has been really great for gathering in groups. The new pit is still close to the water and it allows for chairs all the way around it without being tippy or sitting on sloped rock. And then if there's kind of, smoke blowing one direction, there's lots of places to position chairs. This old pit though is really close to the kitchenette and where we eat, so we're gonna keep this pit and use it mostly for cooking. Speaking of cooking, I don't know if you resonate with this at all, but I don't really enjoy cooking a lot. I don't like cooking at home. I'm not good at it, but I do really enjoy food adventures, whether it's new food or a new way to cook something. And wood flame plank salmon is something that I've been kind of wanting to try for a long time. I haven't actually ever had it or tried it, and I think Katrina's grandparents used to do this. Maybe her parents would do this. Katrina's Finnish, Finnish heritage, so her grandparents and her family were into smoking fish and stuff like that.
What's going on in here? What are you guys doing?
Yeah. No, I need.
You want to do one match?
Yeah.
Okay. One match and then we get wood. That was a lot of spray. Did you catch that? Look at my glasses. Spit. Oh, no, you spit on me. Gross. Look at my glasses.
What did you discover under the sauna bench?
Dowels.
Oh, these. Yeah, those aren't supposed to be there. Those are supposed to be plugs I was going to cut off, but that works out.
Ooh, my fire's smoky. I feel like that's not good. Let's see if I even have a fire here. I do. It's very smoky though. There's a chance this wood was not seasoned. So I have to find some cedar or some sort of other wood to cut into a board because I did not bring a board. And I plan to cook this salmon kind of like Nordic style up on a board against the fire. So found this tree here that we've been meaning to cut, and I think it might work as long as it's not hollow. Oh, mama. Look at this. I think we got lucky. Ta-da! Just get rid of that wood roach. Should I just tack it right to this? This is kind of a fun experience for me because I really don't know what I'm doing here. I've never really split a log this big. I've split obviously kindling things, so I don't know if this is the right way to do this. I'm just kind of smashing a splitting axe into this log and hoping that it splits. Good job, sweetie. What was lunch plans? Maybe this becomes dinner plans. We're also heating the sauna up, and we're going to have a nice little sauna session while this fish cooks. The log is proving to be a lot harder to split than I thought, and part of that reason is it's so long. So I'm going to actually cut the end off to the length that I actually need, and then I'll be able to split it a lot easier. Okay, that was really easy. I've seen different methods of attaching the fish to these things. Some people use like a stainless steel wire, which I do have, but I want to try like the wooden peg method, where you cut these little wooden pegs out of cedar scraps and then you just nail those into the fish. I'm even going to cut these little wooden scraps with a Finnish knife that my father-in-law gave me years ago. I don't want to risk it and use like a non-Finnish tool here because I think that might ruin the fish. I didn't really look into how to do this properly before doing this. I'm just kind of, flying by the seat of my pants here. And I now know that there is some sort of like basting that happens here as you cook the fish. And I didn't prepare anything like that. I'm going to glaze the fish after with some like sweet maple glaze that Katrina made. But I think there is kind of like this other thing that goes on. And I don't really know. I'll have to look that up, and maybe next time I make this fish, I'll do that. I think that's going to work out real good. Look at that. Over here. The Finns actually have a word for this method of cooking, and it's called loimolohi. Let me let somebody else pronounce this for you.
Loimolohi.
Yeah, that's better than what I can do. While the fish is cooking, I'm just enjoying a sauna. It's the best here in the fall. The sauna is actually one of the first buildings we built out here at our off-grid property. And I know it seems kind of backwards to a lot of people, but swimming in November is not really something that's possible without having a nice hot sauna. So we're some of the last and the first people on this lake swimming. And it's, thanks to this sweet sauna we've got. You want to read a book on your sauna break?
Nah.
Okay. The bottom of the fish is really cooking a lot faster than the top, so I think I should kind of lean it forward more. I also totally forgot to salt the fish when it was new on the board. And so I'm just going to try to throw some salt at it, and hopefully that works. Apparently, you can't just have meat. You have to do, like veggies or something like that. So I'm going to do a little bit of Brussels sprouts, a little bit of potatoes, and just put them in tin foil on this little grate. And if that doesn't work, I'll have to lower them down right onto the coals. The light is just so warm right now. Might have overcooked some of it, but I basted this thing a little late. The outside of the fish is already kind of like caramelized a little bit, but I'm gonna add it back with the glazing on it and just get the glazing to kind of like, get that nice sugary caramel texture, and then we're good to eat. I think this turned out really well. Like it's not maybe perfect, but it was a really fun food adventure, and it was supposed to be lunch, but we ended up eating our dinner plans for lunch because I was taking so long to cut wood and set this wood plank up. But in the end, it was a fun experience, and we all ate and we had a good time. And it's just, I don't know if you feel the same way about this, but I find that cooking outdoors just always tastes so much better.